Welcome to the birthplace of college football. The State University of New Jersey, the campus of Rutgers and Piscataway, and we are ready for what ought to be a tremendous game today. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Rutgers Scarlet Knights offense will get the first swing of the game. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Red pass, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. On the move, it's Burks. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk on what they need to move the sticks. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running back goes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He makes the catch. And he was on his way, Scarlet Knights want to pick up the tempo.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On second down, looking again to throw. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Just hammering with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Now on second down. They go to the ground. And the Wolverines get it past the sticks. Now on first and 10 from the 29. Right back to the well. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. The play action fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 4 over NC State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Caught in the backfield. It's Soto. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll pull it on the read. The Scarlet Knights pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dances away from one. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Scarlet Knights are on the move. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll run it from the gun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rasmussen. Touchdown, Rutgers! And once he got loose, it was all over. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah.
Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Rasmussen.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll run the option. He'll keep it himself. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Rutgers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. get the extra point. They push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely
on 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. They move the tight end all over. Now the play fake. Got his man to the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots. Yeah, what that guy? What was that? Just plowing down the field. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They want to just keep throwing it. Finds his man. It's Burks. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
Trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
The Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Fires to the big fella. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. They're bringing heat. Got his man on the outside. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. From the gun, the ground game.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Handoff to the single back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. On second down, wants to throw it. He's got it on the run. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it. I mean, obviously, it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conroe. They're up by 10 over Georgia Southern. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Scarlet Knights will line it up on first and 10. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. The Scarlet Knights will punt it away on fourth down. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Snagged in the middle. It's Burks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the birthplace of college football.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance in calling the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He wants to take the top off. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got...
And he breaks into the open. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll go to the ground. Bowls his way forward. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. And still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. It's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Michigan, 31. Rutgers, 21.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Fast motion from the offense. They keep attacking through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on the field.
He's right on target. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. A running back has it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Leaves it with the running back. And the Wolverines brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run to the left. Nice move to keep running. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. He wants to throw it. Feeling some heat.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Rutgers 21.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Dialing up a second down pass play. They're working that left side. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Off the play fake. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Coming after it. With the catch, it's Rasmussen. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Wide out in motion. On second down, he's looking downfield. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Snags it over the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
But when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Going up top on first down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On second down, he'll fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And more yards after contact. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Freeman. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. They're going to run it. Give him 96 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Give to the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He'll do it himself. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The first play of this drive comes from the 27. Quick handoff. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the draw. At the 40, there he goes. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. The Scarlet Knights are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. And the Scarlet Knights are stopped, but not before getting the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Leaves it with the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. He's got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him to him? It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Wide open downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. He wants to throw it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
Give to the single back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd touchdown, Wolverines! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive.
They're up by 10 over East Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle, it's Rasmussen. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Getting set for the point after. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And the kick is good. He is once, twice, 3 times the kicker, and this one for the game. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.